Good evening, I'm David Muir. The American high school. For generations, it's been an essential stepping stone on the path to the American dream.
Yet our high schools, mired in outmoded rules and layers of bureaucracy, just have not been able to keep pace. And as a result, American high school students now graduate at lower rates than in many other countries.
And ranked 31st in math, 20th in language skills, and 19th in science as compared to their counterparts around the world.
As we've been left behind, the fear is we're going to lose our ability to solve some of the great problems of our time, like climate change, global political instability, and social inequality.
Unless we as a nation take dramatic and decisive action,
good old-fashioned American ingenuity may in fact become a thing of the past.
It's clear we all have work to do. The question is, what kind of work? Tonight, ABC,
CBS,
Fox,
and NBC
have all put aside any network competition to join together
to air a one-hour special
on the issue
of what needs to change with American high schools
and what we can all do to help.
help.
So now let's take a closer look at this important story.
On any given morning in the United States, more than 15 million students can be found in high schools like this one, an ordinary school in an ordinary town. When students cross this threshold, they bring their hopes and dreams only to encounter a system that no longer helps them achieve these goals. This system has been around for a very long time, and it worked quite well for a very long time. But it hasn't kept up with the changes necessary to get kids ready for life after high school in the 21st century. While people talk about what needs to be done all the time, very little seems to actually change. Dispirited and demoralized, far too many of today's high school students wage a daily struggle against apathy and inertia. And Rick, why are you going off mute? Hey, Rick.
Tender things that we were working on.
Slow chain may pull us apart. When a light gets into your heart, baby.
Don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me.
Imagine this classroom is a garden, a place for every student to grow, from bookworm to butterfly.
Imagine opening a history book and seeing yourself.
Imagine a symphony of brave new voices reclaiming education.
Because the next generation can speak for itself.
La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la.
Everyone here tonight recognizes that the world around us has changed dramatically. But we look at our schools and we just see the same. The same cutbacks, the same struggles, the same kids missing out on the chance to get the education that they deserve. We're all here because we believe it doesn't have to be the same. Communities throughout America can come together and create the type of education that honors and respects the potential of every child. It's not a question of whether we can, it's a question of whether we will, whether we decide to choose a better future for our kids, because they need us and we need them. Don't ever forget that.
Good evening, and welcome to XQ Super School Live, presented by the Entertainment Industry Foundation. This is the hour, this is the time, this is the moment for us to come together and start a big, powerful conversation about education in high schools in America. We at XQ know that the days of hoping someone else will come along to do it for us are over. We have to do this together. But we also know that there are no quick fixes. Tonight, we hope to inspire you to join this movement and make sure our high schools become the best in the world again. So let's start the conversation by asking, how did we get here?
This is America in 1900. This is a car in 1900, and a phone, and a high school. This is America in 1950, and a car, and a phone, and a high school. This is today, a car, a phone, a high school. Whoa, back up. So cars are now this, and phones are now this, but high schools are still that? American high schools are based on the same model, and it's been over 100 years.
Wow, that's a long time.
But why? In 1900, it made sense for high schools to prepare students for that. But in 2017, shouldn't they be preparing students for this, and even this? So why are we still granting diplomas based on the time a student spends in a seat? And why is the formula for learning still 4 years sitting at a desk multiplied by one subject taught at a time equals students ready for the future? Yeah, doesn't make sense anymore. So let's start to rethink, reimagine, and rebuild the high school system. The time is now.
When our schools were designed over a century ago, someone who looked like me couldn't vote. Yet for too long, we've accepted a school system that has seemed written in stone. 2 years ago, XQ ran a competition to create super schools across the country, inviting everyday people to come together to rethink and build new models. Tens of thousands of people participated, and new schools are now up and running, learning new lessons every day from a barge in Louisiana to the center of Los Angeles. XQ is joining millions of educators and hundreds of organizations already working to change our schools. Tonight is not a telethon, it's a call to action. And the first step is really simple. Join the conversation. All you have to do is text us and we'll reply immediately. We can change this. Anything is possible, especially when we start asking that great American question, what if?
Imagine a high school. What if we could reinvent it, rethink it, reshape it? Imagine breaking down the walls to create a place where learning is wilder, wider, inexhaustible. What if where every single day, the love of teaching and the love of learning collide? Imagine individualized learning that allows you to follow your passion and dreams. What if there was less sitting and a lot more doing? A lot less memorizing and a lot more thinking? Imagine every student finishing high school ready for the 21st century. Deeply prepared to succeed in college, career, and life. What if the community and its public high schools strengthened each other and learning together? Imagine that instead of a century-old static model, high school is an ever-improving, cutting-edge collaboration within every community in America. And imagine that regardless of their gender, their skin color, or their zip code, every kid in America got an excellent high school education. What if our country was able to come together to give our youth an incredible future? Now imagine this dream became a reality and you are a part of it.
Here's a man who kills it at everything he does, Justin Timberlake!
Hello. As the father of a 2-year-old son, I think about his future a lot. We're living in complicated times and we disagree about a lot of things, but one thing we can all agree on is the importance of an education, am I right? And we owe it to our kids to give them the best shot at life, and that's why I'm here. Because good enough isn't good enough. So, join me and text XQ Live to 225568. XQ will text you back to find the best way for you to get involved. Did you get that? XQ Live to 225568. Did I say that right the second time? Do you know why I can read this prompter? Because I got an education. You see how it comes full circle. If you need more inspiration, just watch the story of our first super school. They've met every obstacle with grace and tenacity and will not back down from the challenges ahead.
Good morning, good morning. I've danced the whole night through. Good morning to you. Hey, girl. I think part of education should be to bring joy into the lives of people. Good morning, teachers and students. Welcome to Furr High School. I can't tell you how excited I am about this new school year. Schools have been frozen in time, and I want to unfreeze this school.
This year, everything's going to be focused on your voice, your choice.
We're determined that we're going to change public education. If we ever are going to make a great impact on what happens in high schools in America, it has to be done in a public high school. We have over 1,000 students. We want to find the passion of each individual.
So this is our good friend, Casper. Your fingernails and even your hair are made out of the same material as his scales. It's called keratin.
His skin is so soft.
I'm very curious, and I want to be outside. I want to explore. I want to learn.
Today, we're going to do a little soil sampling and see the amount of some of the chemicals that are coming from the refineries.
Students being able to be introduced to environmental justice, it's really powerful because it opens their eyes to see what's really going on.
We've talked to all of our business partners. They want people who are creative, innovative, collaborative, problem solvers.
Okay, very good.
And all these kids can do that.
One of our goals is to transform the east end of Houston from a food desert to a food forest. Being able to see all the work you put into the community garden flourish, to see the community starting to come out, it's a pretty amazing experience.
Jesse was going to drop out. And now, because of all this, he's now going to college. This was called a throwaway school, a dropout factory. Now, over 90% of our students graduate. If we could make this school do that, then I think any school in America or in the world could do that.
Now, the kids you just met, along with more than 200,000 other students in the Houston School District, are picking themselves up and dusting themselves off after Hurricane Harvey. So, to the people of Texas rebuilding and the people in Florida bracing for Hurricane Irma, we love you and we're with you.
Having grown up in Texas, the devastation that Harvey left behind hit home and has physically affected a lot of my band and crew's families as well. Schools and students now more than ever need our support, especially in Texas. So Texas, this is for y'all.
Like a montage in a movie, right before the hero dies. Like the first time that you listen to your favorite single live. Like an echo in a canyon, like tears but you're not sad. Like a sunrise on a mountain, I wanna move you like that. Oh, I wanna move you like that. Like a symphony at sundown in the middle of July, when a lyric really gets you and it breaks you down inside. Like the home that you were raised in, like faded photographs. Like the thrill of Christmas morning, I wanna move you like that. Oh, move you like that. Like a solemn hallelujah, like a choir shows amen. Like your first time falling in love, or a stairway up to heaven. Like a soldier who is falling as he holds his country's flag and he fights for freedom's calling. I wanna move you like that. Hey. Ooh, I wanna move you like that. I wanna move you like that. Like that. I wanna move you like that. Like Like an endless fire burning, like a hope that fuels the light, like the hands that simply hold you when words can't make it right. Like the first time that I met you, I felt so hard, so fast, like that montage in a movie. The way you move me, I wanna move you like that.
Make some noise and welcome to the stage, Maria Bello.
So, why high school? High school is the bridge from who we were as kids to who we become as adults. It's a crucial pivot point when a young person's brain is still developing. I have a 16-year-old, I know. When they're forging an identity, it's a magical, transitional, confusing, illuminating time, and its impact echoes throughout a person's life. If we change high school so they truly guide and support students, The rest of the education system will follow. Please join us. Text XQ Live to 225568. Or if you're old school like me, call 1-844-737-9708.
Let's do a quick roll call for all the students, teachers, and school builders from our XQ Super Schools in the house tonight. Let me hear you. Brooklyn Laboratory, Tiger Ventures, Delaware Design Lab High School, Vista High School, Grand Rapids Public Museum High School, Da Vinci Rise High, Powder House Studios, New Harmony High, Bartleby Program at Elizabethton High School, Furr Institute for Innovative Thinking, Iowa Big, Purdue Polytechnic High School, Compass Academy, Sunkelos, Crosstown High School, Washington Leadership Academy, Summit Shasta High School, Sci High, and we miss you, Seminole. Stay safe in Florida.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great.
How are you?
I know.
Oh my gosh. The feeling doesn't go away. Like, I've been in bigger theaters, but this still feels like the biggest theater in the world to me. My first musical was Pirates of Penzance in 9th grade, and I remember the applause from that first performance of Pirates of Penzance, and I think I'm still chasing that first high. When did you realize you were a teacher, and what did that mean for you?
I mean, you have to set the bar high, right? Set high expectations. And I think we did that together. I didn't say, oh, you guys have to work up here.
Yeah.
But I said, what if? And you said, okay. And I stepped back and I started asking more questions, helping them tap into their own spark, wherever that leads them.
The things I've learned about leadership and collaboration with you as my advisor on all of the shows we worked on here, and there were a lot of shows.
There were a lot of shows.
Have served me well throughout my life and my career. Thanks for teaching me.
Oh, you're the best.
You're the best.
Hey everyone, I'm Melissa Rivers, and seriously, nothing usually gets me out of bed this early. But an opportunity like today only comes once in a lifetime. Kevin, good morning.
Good morning, Melissa. So excited to be here. Look how fired up everybody is. These huge stars will be making their way down the carpet on their way to class. Tanika?
Thanks, Kevin. Okay, these straight A-listers have it all. Passion, patience, and of course, perfect grammar. Melissa, take it away.
Mr. Russell, what would your message be for these kids
We
behind
just
you?
need them to be successful. I mean, our future is them. If we want to make the world a better place, it's all up to them to do it.
What made you choose geometry?
That was a subject that was hard for me, but through perseverance, I was able to understand I really want the kids to feel that same feeling.
Coach Heck, Coach Heck!
It's a great feeling. I mean, this is teaching is the best profession in the world. It's very rewarding. It's nice to get the positive feedback.
I gotta give you a big high five. Yes, Coach Heck, Coach Heck! Look over here!
What will you be teaching today?
We're doing functions and transformations.
You've got good earring game going.
If you guys want to share your stories about your favorite teachers, go online and hashtag thanks for teaching me. I'll start. Thank you, Miss Paradiso at Pilgrim School. Hashtag thanks for teaching me. Bye, guys.
Teachers rule.
Yes, they do.
rock!
Growing up in Rhode Island, I found a passion for learning thanks to amazing people like Miss Green, my English teacher, who taught honors English and saw the potential inside me. Or my first grade principal, Mrs. Prosser, who called me to her office and gave me hand-me-down clothes because she knew we were in difficulty. She cared. And Jeff Kenyon, who gave me the money to enter a drama competition, and when he did, told me, now you've run out of excuses. And there's another great teacher in my life, and she's here tonight. Meet my sister, Dolores, who has been teaching English and drama at Central Falls High School for 25 years. She's been an inspiration to me inside and outside of the classroom. Join this movement. Text XQ Live to 225568. That simple act will help support remarkable schools like this one.
In a city with such high numbers of homeless youth, such high numbers of foster youth, there's really no other option but to create something that is going to be different, something that's going to really rethink the needs of those communities. And the work that we're doing is really to provide equity for communities who have never seen that.
I went through the foster system. We got taken away from our mother. Come on, guys. Growing up without a mother and a father, I kind of knew that I need to do stuff on my own, and it was time to catch up on my credits, and I knew school was the way. So I came back to school. It's called scholarship. Learn something.
A lot of our students are coming and facing a lot of different challenges outside the school, and we're trying to learn how to be there for them as much as we can.
It doesn't work for them to be in a classroom from 8 to 4 every day. So they can take the classes that they need at their own pace and their own time.
When you're done, you're gonna grade yourself, but make sure that the grammar, spelling, writing mechanics are on target.
I thought it, I felt it, I'm like, it's just too much work, I can't do it. But just the support that I get from my teachers, it just keeps me going and it just motivates me. Why is mentorship important? It increases high school graduation rates and better attitudes towards school.
I thought this time was a lot stronger.
Just own it. Just own it. It's yours.
Thank you. Thank you.
What does it take to access you when you're not stable, when you're transient? So we're thinking about a mobile learning center where we can travel with students, or students can access us at different points.
This school can really change people. I was antisocial. I didn't smile at all. I didn't speak. And I really wasn't coming to school. Now I come to school every day. Every day I'm at school. I'm proud of graduating. I'm proud of the kids I'm around. I want everybody to graduate.
Thank you for helping shape Rise into not only a school, but a place I can call home. Congratulations, class of 2017.
School is success. That's the future. That's the way out. That's the key.
I'm broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we're gonna walk it out. Move mountains, and I rise like the day. I rise unafraid. I rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. Rise like the day. I rise up in spite of the ache.
So when I was in high school, I worked at a grocery store. That was my first job. I was a bagger. I was the paper plastic guy. And the first month that I worked there, I got my paycheck and I was like, what is going on? Where did all my money go? Who is FICA and why is he robbing me? I knew how integrals worked. I was in Calc BC, humble brag, but I wish I would have learned about taxes.
I wish I learned that it's okay to make mistakes. I have learned far more from my mistakes than I have my successes.
I think I wish I'd learned how important it would be to work with other people.
I wish I'd learned about fashion.
What it's like to actually live in the real world.
I wish I would have learned Mandarin.
I wish I had learned how to read in high school because I have dyslexia.
I wish I'd learned how to be more tech savvy.
It's pretty scary watching a 3-year-old be able to navigate an iPad better than me.
I wish I would have learned in high school what probably had to be in finances.
How to invest, how to budget.
How you take care of yourself.
That you have to take care of your body to take care of your mind.
I wish I had learned more physics when I was in school, so that I could understand all these wonderful things that I'm so curious about.
How individual citizens can take action inside this democracy.
I really wish I'd learned to speak real Spanish.
I wish I learned that my belt should match my shoes.
Yes, they should totally teach that.
I've traveled the world and I wish I could talk to people in their language.
I wish I learned the importance of telling a good story, how important it is to find my own voice.
Time is gonna fly by, especially the older you get.
I wish I learned to live in the moment.
I wish I'd learned that I wouldn't always be in school, but that I'd always be a student.
Your driver, Tom, is arriving now. 5 stars. Fantastic. Tom Hanks.
Well, hello, young boy.
Tom, it's me, James Corden. I'm not a boy.
Well, actually, you look like a young boy, James. Actually, you look like a big baby.
Right, that's uncalled for.
Well, come on, get in. You're gonna make me late for my other pickups. Behind the line.
Just so I'm clear, you, Tom Hanks, drive a school bus?
Well, when I'm not on the set, yeah.
Oh, that's wildly on-brand. And you're saying we'll be picking up students along the way?
Yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, you pick school bus pool, so... Hey, do you mind if I put on some music?
Sure.
Looking out my dirty old window, down below the cars in the city go rushing by. I sit here alone and I wonder why. Friday night and everyone's moving. I can feel the heat, but it's soothing, heading down. I search for the beat in this dirty downtown. The young ones are going. Downtown, the young ones are growing. We're the kids in America. Whoa, we're the kids in America. Whoa, everybody lives for the music go round.
Let's get into the show! Come on, let's go!
All right, now, Big Baby James and I have been blessed to live out our dreams every day in this country that we love.
These kids deserve that same chance. Let's rebuild high school so they can fully realize who they are and what they're capable of.
Let's rebuild high school. Let's all stand up right now and always. For who? For the kids in America.
I never knew why my parents were so excited for the first day of school until about 2 days ago. I took this picture of my son. I am so excited for him and what's next. I want him and every student to be prepared for the 21st century. So right now, let's start that conversation about what they need and how to do that.
Please welcome the creators of a YouTube channel that made learning about science super rad, ASAP Science!
Your body is composed of 37 trillion cells and 7 billion atoms.
But atoms are around 99.9% empty space, making you mostly nothing.
It was our science teachers who first taught us about the brilliant complexity of our own bodies and the universe around us.
And they're the ones who inspired us into learning about science. But when we graduated, we couldn't immediately find jobs in our field.
So we decided to create a science-based YouTube channel called ASAP Science. And today it has 837 million views, and it's been our full-time job for 5 years.
The job that we have today didn't even exist when we started college.
Though we learned so much in school, it was up to us to apply these skills in this different world. I mean, at the time, we literally didn't know that our best friend was going to become our phone.
And the job you may have may not even exist yet either, whether it's an insect farmer or a programmer for driverless vehicles in your futuristic hovering city.
That's why we need you to join this movement, to challenge your schools, to properly guide you into the future so that you can actually create those jobs.
The jobs that we don't even know exist yet.
Every time we make a movie, we know we'll face problems that don't have solutions. I'm the king of creating problems that don't have solutions. Just last week, after a year of working on our new film, we realized we were missing a key shot. It would have cost untold thousands of dollars to ship the props we needed. So instead, at the suggestion of the youngest member of our team who bravely spoke up, we figured out how to make it work with things we already had in our office. Occurrences like this happen all the time at Bad Robot and will happen in every field of work in the 21st century. That's why we need young workers who are creative collaborators and problem solvers. Why we need students who are prepared for this world, who know how to code and how to write, how to engineer, who rely on their imagination as well as their intellect. This is the world that's coming, and this is why we're all here tonight.
WLA is a tech-forward school where kids are able to not just use technology, but to actually make it. Our goal here is to give all of our kids the most rigorous education that we can give them.
When I came to WLA, I started thinking, what if I could show the world like what I dreamed?
I want you to imagine any place in the world that you've been meaning to travel. You yourself can create your own 3D environment.
Whoa, wow. When I first learned to code, I immediately got interested in it. And when I experienced virtual reality, that really blew my mind.
Wow, that is so cool.
You're building VR and VR.
2 years ago, in 2015, there were only 30 black kids who took AP Computer Science in the entire city. At our school, we have 108 kids right now taking computer science, and 108 of them will take AP Computer Science next year. We're changing the narrative of what opportunity looks like in the city.
Hi, I'm Jerome Foster. I am a virtual reality developer and CEO of Tau VR. I will make VR for any type of industry, but I'll start out with education.
Think about how you can say in a sentence, like right now the challenge is.
Tonight, Jerome is competing in the World Series of Entrepreneurship. He's been practicing and practicing his pitch, and I legitimately think he has a shot of winning. So let's bring it in for Jerome. 1, 2, 3.
Jerome! We've raised him to know everything you want in life is achievable. That's your responsibility as a parent, to make sure they can get to the dreams that they have when they're a kid.
Coming up next.
Hi, I am very passionate about VR, and I want you to help me build VR for the world.
When we look at the biographies of very successful people, there were people who just were very passionate about something, and they were lucky enough to find it when they were very young. And Jerome has found that.
I've got in my hand the winners. Tau VR.
Jerome, to me, represents a lifelong learner. He is never satisfied with just enough and is consistently looking to push himself and those around him. out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. What does that mean?
This is what 21st century learning is like.
There's the bus.
At WLA, I found my voice and my passion, and I'm ready to change the world.
Please welcome DJ Khaled and Assad Khaled!
Bless up, bless up. We can talk about changing high school all day, but we gotta listen to the kids if we're gonna do it right. And by doing it right is listening to the young world, listening to their ideas. You know what I'm saying? They're visionaries. They are the geniuses. They are the one that's gonna run the world. They are the young generation. They are the best that's doing it right now, so we have to listen to their voices. But your kids have to know the basics. They gotta know they gotta go to school. And it's important not just to go to school, but when to go to school. And when to go to school is taking care of your life, taking care of your kids, taking care of your family. You know what I'm saying? It's about doing the right thing, and school is doing the right thing. But check this out. Right now, text your number on the screen. Don't sit on the sidelines. Do the right thing. Be the best. Be the greatest. Make some noise for Assad Khaled and the young world. It's we the best. We grateful.
This is a movement. XQ is already working with schools across the country, from big cities to small towns, because every child matters. And tonight, we're growing. There are more than 500 viewing parties in all 50 states. What's up, viewing parties? Let's give our generation and the ones to follow an education that inspires. Get involved. No action is too small. Text XQ Live to 225568.
Saying hello to a special group of kids from Nashville's very own Furr High School. So we in the Nashville community wanted to take a moment and say that we love you guys, and we are joining the rest of the country in committing to giving kids in high schools the education you deserve. Which is why we put this special moment together for you. Please welcome our friend, Hunter Hayes.
Sky gets too dark, when the water gets too deep, I plead to find some birds that I can't even take the heat. If I ever run too far, when the pieces come unglued to the best of me, will always need the best of you, best of you. Too far, when the pieces come unglued to the best of me, will always need the best of you, rescue, yeah.
Yo, please give it up for Samuel L. Jackson!
When kids leave our high schools, we have to make sure they're prepared for college and a career. And there's no better place to learn about the real world than in the real world. So we've flown in 5 students from Detroit, Michigan for tonight's show, and we're putting them to work. Cue applause, Bobby. Good show now. Let's go. Handheld. Now, I don't care where you're from. Every kid deserves an opportunity to learn from the best so that one day they can be the best. Zanaya, push in on camera 5. That's why this isn't just a show about kids, it's a show produced by kids. Bang up jobs, Zanaya. It's important that we're not talking at them, but talking to them. Because our future doesn't happen to them, it happens through them. Jalen, that was some serious writing. Now, actually, that reminds me of a funny anecdote from my own youth. What's up? I'm being played off? Who's directing this thing?
I need him off stage. Fade the music up.
Fine, Soraya. I see how it is.
Ay, ay, ay. Qué increíbles están esos niños. How incredible are those kids? Okay, so these kids came to us from a program in Detroit supported by Quicken Loans that helps give students real-world learning experiences. But guess what? Those kids are probably not going back to Detroit because they all have agents now. So, if you are a business, what are you waiting for?
Don't just talk about helping kids succeed. Give them jobs, internships, and apprenticeships so those kids can earn that success. If you want to find out more about ways to expand boundaries of learning beyond school, text Pathway to 225568. Do it now.
In a traditional school, the #1 question I would get in the classroom is, when will I ever use this? I've never once heard that question here. Iowa Big's a program that works in conjunction with 3 school districts. Students that come here, they spend part of their days in their traditional school building, and then they come to us for the rest of their day. We provide them with an opportunity to solve real-world problems.
We wanted to understand what makes Cedar Rapids great. And the people here are what make it that great place.
What do you love about Cedar Rapids?
This project works to connect our community and give a voice to those who may feel like they don't have one.
I said, are we going to get married or what?
I highlighted it and commented on it.
In terms of academics, they will attempt to solve any physics problem. They will attempt to solve any calculus problem. I evaluate them, but the ideas are theirs.
3, 2, 1. You know, when we think about what kids need in the 21st century, if you think it's to sit in a classroom, you are wrong. These kids are capable of anything.
I've learned so much more at Iowa Big than I think I have learned anywhere else. I've learned that I can do anything.
And now, actor and social activist Jesse Williams!
One of the very best jobs that I've ever had was being a teacher. Watching my kids overcome challenges that would paralyze most adults. It's humbling, and it's definitely inspiring. But you don't need to be a teacher to make a difference in the lives of young people. This is the XQ Super School Board Program Kit. School boards are incredibly powerful places. They decide what schools our kids attend, what they learn, who and how our schools are managed. Do you know who's on your school board? If not, you can go to xqsuperschool.org and find out. I encourage you to find out. Here's another idea. Serve on the school board yourself. And get one of these amazing kits. If you want one, text SERVE to 225568 and do it now. Thank you.
The hardest part is knowing where to start. So let's talk about how to get involved. You can start by understanding what's going on in your school. Make your voice heard. Turn your voice into action. No step is too small. Rethinking high school won't be easy, and we're not going to solve it overnight. But that's not a reason to give up. That's a reason to dig in. Don't leave it to somebody else. The time is now.
When we come together, there's no limit to what we can achieve. Reimagining high school
will take all of us.
Education is something to be excited about.
In 2015, XQ issued a challenge to rethink high school, and 10,000 visionaries joined teams to design schools of the future, working alongside hundreds of thousands of others dedicated to improving education.
We imagine our school being on a barge.
You are officially an XQ Super School.
18 XQ Super Schools and counting, beacons for a renewed American high school.
I have been in education for 57 years, and I have never been this excited.
It's up to all of us to commit to giving our kids the best education in the world. There's no action too small. This is just the beginning.
You know, in America, we know that one small step can become a walk on the moon. We know that one simple act of sitting on a bus can inspire an entire movement. We know that 272 words on a hill at Gettysburg will help heal a nation. We take problems, we raise our hands to solve them. That's what we do. That's who we are. So tonight, let's take one small step to reshape our education system in the United States of America. Because when we're good, we're great.
The fact that I am standing here tonight is a testament to the power of education. Education saved my life. Education matters. And now is the time for all of us to take action, no matter how big or small that action might be. Text XQ Live to 225568 or call 1-844-737-9708 because we're in this together. And we're gonna do this together. Thank you. Good night.
Come together right now over me. Check it out. Over me.
Here come all the threats up, here come